All right, y'all. So I am pressed for time in the moment. I'm trying to finish combining these last two locks that I had, and go to the gym, make sure my baby's okay. Let me make sure y'all can see me before going to the gym and stuff like that. Blah, 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 blah. So on this side, these are the locks that I've already combined. So I combined really 3 new growths, and then I cut one lock off because it was pointless trying to go through trying to combine it, and it was literally like a thread big, like the size of this needle big. And then this one I combined 2 locks. So whenever I actually do my retwist, which will also be part of this video, I'm going to like correct my parts, cut, do a little bit more crocheting to make sure that it's all uniform. And then we will see the actual lock formation. Like I said, these are already done. Kind of see how this looks. And on this side, this one is kind of small too, but I don't know. I might combine these 3 and then these 2. So I'm gonna put up what I am not touching. I'm going to do the same thing that I did on the other side over here. Just combine these 3 into one like this, and then combine these 2 into one like this. I don't know, I thought this one can stand alone. This might be one that I cut off. I'm going to cut this one off and then combine this to be one big thing. That's what I'm gonna have to do. Okay, so before I actually I'm gonna just twist this out the way. So we're gonna start with these here. So this is how I did it. I opened one and threaded the new growth through, kind of like that. And then you always twist to the right. So I took this is a 1mm crochet needle. And I just kind of went in and out, kind of wrapping those hairs. So in and out, in and out, in and out. Kind of like in a circle. You can already see it starting to form. So I didn't want to go too close to my root because for one, it'd be pulling. And 2, I still want to do like, like a nice retwist with it for that retwisted look without it being super tight. So once I got to the bottom, I went up in the lock inside and pulled down. So I'm gonna pause, make sure I can still retwist it without much tension. All right, we're good to keep going. So you're gonna keep doing this down the shaft. Until you get about to where the new growth stops. So here I am with new growth stops. You see I'm pulling. That baby is secure. That hoe ain't going nowhere. Period. I'm gonna do a little bit more up and down. A little bit more up and down. And this is basically like the instant locking method. So like your lock is gonna soften up like over time. So don't worry about it being all stiff or whatever. So this lock is a little bit thinner and softer. So I'm gonna kind of feed this lock into this one. And you're gonna kind of do the same thing. Get those frizzy flyaways wrapped around that lock. And if you don't have many, just try your best, because my locks are pretty mature. They're 2 years old. So I am just doing my best of going in between the lock to try and combine it. For instance, I'm grabbing a little bit. You kind of just got to play with it. So I'm between both, and I'm pulling like one through. You see, wrapping that kind of around, going in, wrapping it around, wrapping it around, wrapping it around. And see, starting to combine. So I'm gonna literally just continue this process all the way down. So for the rest, I'm gonna just do a time lapse because it takes a while. So I'll come back in time lapse doing the rest of the bottom of both of these, but I want to just get this one done and out the way too. So same thing, you're gonna open that new growth, pull that lock through, kind of twist a little bit, take your 1mm single crochet hook and start instant locking. Until basically it was too late. Like basically until it was too late. So the whole time I thought, I missed out on postpartum hair loss. It's been a year, almost a year. My baby will be a year old next month. And I'm sitting here like, hey, I see so many people talk about postpartum hair loss. I ain't had none of that. Yeah, my hair said, joke's on you, bitch. I'm about to show you something. The thickness of this lock that I'm combining, this one, it's fine. But it's going to start to thin like these other ones over here. So since I'm already going through this process, I might as well get it done now versus later. Y'all be struggling with knowing which way to retwist to? Or that's just me? Okay. So not too much on my scissors. Have y'all ever seen the inside of the lock? That look like my not dyed hair and some buildup, but that's cool. This is the second lock that I cut. Here's the first one. So I'm gonna comb this out.
So here I am just pretty much sectioning out my hair and the parts, and then basically just, you know, prepping it, getting it ready. I had to snip a couple of the hairs just to make sure that the parts were even, because I didn't combine these up here because the weight was okay. So I just adjusted the parting on these two in the front. So here is me finally combining these two locks together on the other side. So I went ahead and did the roots already. I showed y'all that. So now I'm just combing out the end, which I did not do for the rest of them because y'all, it was taking too long. But I combed out the end and pretty much wrapped those sparse hairs around and just fed that into the heavier weighted lock. Like I said, with those other ones, I did not do all of that. I literally cut that tiny lock off and then fed in the end of that. Who got time? So here I am just checking everything out and pretty much just looking at my locks. This is the final result of the repair. And I was just kind of getting some footage before I started my retwist. And I wanted to show y'all the shed hair of what I got from combing out those ends of those couple of locks. Like I told you, I gave up with that other lock. I just cut it off. And then some of the other ones I cut off as well.
Okay, y'all. So I have plenty of retwist videos and videos of me retwist my hair, so y'all can look at those other videos on my page. I am gonna show y'all how I retwist the new locks in the front though. So this is one, and then these are just plain regular locks that I already had that weren't repaired. So these are not the usual products that I use. This is just what I have at my mama's house. I'm on a travel assignment. So I have this olive oil detangling spray, and I'm kind of just using this just like for the moisture, for moisturize my hair while to re-wet it. Then of course just some plain water. And then this is the lock gel that I'm using this time. I really wanted to try this. I love Talia Wahid, however you say it. So I was like, let me try their lock stuff. I've been using Jamaican Black, whatever, it's not working for me. So yeah, then of course you want to have you some clips. And then I'm just using a plain rat tail comb. So let's go ahead and get into this. So you just go wet your roots. This also smells really good. You can use any like leave-in conditioner, moisturizer, whatever. Like I said, this is all I have right now. Look at that length, y'all. It's giving. I didn't add any extra extension. I just reattached right here and crocheted it down. So this is the full length of my lock, period. And to think I was gonna cut them off. So this, I'm just wetting the shaft of the lock so it can kind of like be elongated or whatever. So then you put your Lock It Up gel. This is what it looks like. It's consistency. Not that much. And if you have too much, you can always just squeeze it out and wipe it off. So I always comb my new growth. Here I am just tweaking the part. So like I said, you always want to twist to the right. So I'm just grabbing this. It looks like I'm probably twisting to the left, but I am twisting to the right. I'll do like 2 things and then palm roll the rest. And then you will clip it down. So this is my first time like having a thick part. So we're gonna see how this rolls. I'm gonna probably end up putting some shine and jam or something on like the very front part of my edges. Yeah. So same thing here. Oh, y'all be so hard sometimes trying to remember which way to go. Twisting to the right. That down and boom. And we do these last 2 up here. So I'm gonna do the other side. So here we are, everything is retwisted. See those bigger parts from where I reconstructed my locks? Well, these are gonna clip together, but so hopefully my hair is dry by the time it's time for me to go to work tonight. I mean, even if it ain't, the clips gotta come out. I work at a white hospital. I do not feel like, my hair is already gonna be retwisted, so I'm already gonna get looks and stares. I don't feel like trying to explain why I got metal in my head. But I'll come back after it's dry and for the finished look. It's looking really good. I might take my crochet needle and do this one just a little bit, like it's secure, but like it could also be like a little bit tighter. But I'm gonna just put my healing, look at this bottle, y'all. I use it all the time. My healing oil in my scalp. Rub and work that in. And then really just for some more moisture, the spritz the ends of my locks. A little bit of water. Take some oil in to seal those ends.
Alright, y'all, so we got to get all the angles. I really love how all of this turned out. Really cute. I'm glad that I was able to repair my locks so I didn't have to cut them off. But yes, so came out really nice, and see y'all next time.